Hey guys, welcome to our second weekly tutorial on Unity, where we're going to share with you some tips on developing all kinds of apps and games, including augmented and virtual reality apps, which is what we specialize in making here at EpixVR. So today's tutorial is going to cover something fairly simple, but maybe not so obvious when you're just getting started out with Unity, and that's building for iOS and deploying to your device for debugging and testing. So if you've ever done any Android development before, you know the process is pretty simple. Um, all you need to do is set up your development environment with the right SDKs and then enable developer mode on your Android device, and then you're good to go. You can just build and install onto your device over USB. For iOS, the process is more complicated than that. First of all, you're going to need a Mac machine to build for iOS, unlike Android. On Android, you can use Mac, Windows, or Linux, but for iOS, you need to have a Mac machine. The second thing you're going to need is Xcode, which is Apple's IDE that comes with all the SDKs and tools you're going to need to build. So Xcode is several gigabytes large, and it can take a while to download. So if you don't have that, go ahead and download it first, and then you can move on. The next thing we're going to need is an Apple developer account. This used to be a $99 yearly subscription and no free option, but now Apple has a free developer license that you can get, which is completely fine to use for developing and testing an app in a small team. To get this, you just need to go to developer.apple.com and log in with your Apple ID. If you don't have a developer account at that point, it's going to prompt you to create one. Otherwise, you'll be logged in directly to the dashboard. So go ahead and try that and make sure that you have a developer account. So that's pretty much it for all the things that we're going to need. So let's try building and testing an iOS app together through Unity. We can create a new project and fill out everything by ourselves, but at this point it's more important that we make sure that our machine is set up correctly, that we have all the software and the hardware is working fine. So we're going to use the simple mobile placeholder project, which is what Unity has for us for specifically this purpose, just testing out if your mobile app works or not. So if you go to the asset store, you're going to find this. Let's get started with Unity. Create a new project. Let's call it Mobile iOS. We don't need Unity Analytics, so let's disable that. So now once we're inside Unity, we can either go to the asset store through Unity, or if we have it open in our browser, we can just click Open in Unity. Import everything. So we're almost ready to build. The only thing we need to do is go to our build settings, and first of all make sure that we switch to iOS because that's the platform we're going to be testing first. So have iOS highlighted and click on switch platform. Afterwards, let's go into our player settings to make sure that we have everything set up. So first off, we want to change our bundle identifier to something unique to us. So let's call that okay, so now we can build the sample scene and deploy it on iOS to see if it's working. So make sure that you've added the scene under scenes in build and then hit build and run. Let's save it as iOS build, and it's going to take a while to compile for the first time. So once Unity is done building, it's going to open our project in Xcode to finish the build process and install it on your phone. We're going to get an error at the beginning because we haven't set the signing certificate correctly. So all you need to do is go to the project's main tab, and under signing, make sure that you select yourself as a team, and then try to run it again. So once it's done building, it's going to install the app file on your phone. And as you can see, we can confirm that it's working. So that's it for building on iOS. I hope you guys found that useful. If you have any problems or questions, please leave those in the comments. And thank you for watching.